Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm first going to be performing and then teaching you this really easy to do card trick that has a very powerful and impossible ending. So I definitely suggest you stick around to the end so you can learn how to do it yourself and blow some minds. But like always, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel with those notifications on so you're gonna find every time I post a video. And with that being said, let's go ahead and see the performance of today's card trick. Okay everyone, so let's begin the performance here. Get the cards out of the box, and as you see, they're all different and all mixed up, going throughout the whole deck of cards. Now usually a magician would use the whole deck of cards to do a card trick for the spectator, but this time I'm going to only use the court cards, every single one, the jack, queens, and kings, just like that. So I'm going to just spread through the cards and remove every single court card from the deck, every single suit, just like that. So let me go ahead and just finish taking out these court cards, every single one, like I said multiple times here. And I think that is it. The last one was the king of spades, right? So these are all the court cards of the deck, jack, queen, and king. And let me show you once again in threes, right there, jack, queen, and king, just like that. And then the last right there. Okay, so I'm gonna place those to the bottom like the other ones. And what we're going to do here is, obviously this is a smaller amount of cards, so it's a little more difficult to shuffle them up. So what I'm going to do is just shuffle them up in this manner here, just dropping 3 cards, and that should be a pretty fair shuffle, and they should all be mixed up. From here, I'm going to go ahead and use the top 3 cards. We have a queen, a king, and a, hopefully, yep, jack right there. So that is a perfect 3 cards on the top of the deck. And for this card trick, I'm going to use the top 3 cards. So I'm going to just take them out like that. I'm asking my spectator, which one of these 3 cards do they think is a jack? For instance, let's say that they think the middle card is a jack. We're going to go ahead and grab the middle card and place it above the jack right there. Put these 2 cards to the bottom. Now we're moving to the queen. We'll do the same thing. I will ask my spectator, which one of these 3 cards do they think is the queen? For instance, let's say they say it is the top card. We'll just place it down just like that. We move to the king of spades. We do the same. Which one of these 3 cards do they think is the king? Let's say they say the top card again. We'll place it above the king, just like that. Now we're going to start over with the jack, move to the queen, and then the king lastly. But this time we're only going to be using 2 cards. For the jack, let's say they think it is the top card. We place it down right there. Now for the queen, which card do you think is the queen? Let's say the bottom card. We place it down right there. Lastly, for the king, which one do they think is the king? Let's say the top card. And then these last 3 cards, we could just deal them on just like that. Now we're going to square these up just like that, nice and cleanly. We're not mixing anything up, and we're going to see if the spectator did a good job on matching the court cards to the jack, queen, and king that we're facing up, starting with the jack pile. The first one, they did a good job. The second one, they did a good job. The third one, good. And fourth, that makes a full set of jacks just like that. We're gonna move to the queen. Number 1, good. 2, 3, and 4, a full set of queens. And lastly, it should only mean that we have a full set of kings just like that. So the spectator did a good job on matching all the court cards, and they are all separate in their own pile just like that. So that was the performance of today's card trick. Again, if you guys did enjoy it and want to learn how this trick works, continue watching because the tutorial is coming right up. Okay everyone, so that was the performance. Again, if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys like the video, and let's get straight into teaching you how to do this card trick. So you're going to be needing a deck of cards that has every single card, all 52. You really only need the core cards, but it's best to have all the other cards because you could put them inside of the deck of cards, and then you could go ahead and remove them. I'll go over that later, but the first step is just go ahead and remove all the court cards. I have them on the top here, every single one. Jack, queens, and kings. The rest of the cards, which should only be number cards, you could place those aside for now since you don't need them. So you should only have all the court cards, jack, queens, and kings of all suits, just like that. Now for this card trick to work, you do need to put these court cards in a certain order, and I'm gonna go over that setup here in a bit. So the first card is you're going to put down is a jack of diamonds. So that is the first card going down. The next card is the queen of hearts, just like that. The next card is the king of diamonds. The card after that, king of clubs. Then the jack of clubs right there. Then after that, queen of diamonds, queen of clubs, I believe. And then after that is the king of hearts. Then after that, jack of spades, jack of hearts, queen of spades, and king of spades right there. So this is the setup. Let me spread to the cards and you could take a look. and you want to have your cards in these exact same order, or else this trick will not work. So that is your setup. You can square those up and then grab the rest of the cards, which should only be number cards. And then what you're going to do here is you're going to go ahead and place these cards into the center here, and you want to have them in this exact same order. You do not want to remove them. So you're going to grab first the king of spades and place that card with the deck of cards facing up. Place the king of spades all the way to the bottom, a few cards above, maybe like 2, 3 right there, and you're going to continue all the way up the next card, queen of spades, and you're just going to do that a few cards apart, maybe like 2 or 3, because you need spades for all these other cards. All right, just go ahead and place those in the exact same order. Do not move them from that order at all. You can't place one in the front and then one in the back. So just continue with this exact same order. You can even put some in pairs, but when you go ahead and remove them, you need to keep them in the exact same order by removing one card by one card, not in doubles. Right, so here's my last card, jack of diamonds. Once you have that, push in those court cards and you're ready. You can spread the cards. The spectator can see that they're all in fact mixed up and they're all different. And then you go ahead and just remove all the court cards one by one, starting with the first card that you see facing up, which should be the jack of diamonds. And you continue, and as you do this, you're placing those court cards in the exact same order since when you had them before. Also, if you did place court cards double just like that, you want to remove them one by one, not in doubles, right? Because you want to keep them in the exact same order. All right, so all the way through. I believe this is my last one here, and as you see, we have the king of spades on top from when we had it before. The rest of the cards be placed aside because we don't need them, and they're exact same order from before. But again, to the spectator, it really just looks like if you're removing them, and they really don't question the order of these court cards at all. Once you're here, place the court cards in your hand facing down, and then grab these top 3 cards and show them facing up, jack, queen, and king. This is number 1. Grab those 3 cards and place them all the way to the bottom. Number 2 pair right there, jack, queen, and king. Place those to the bottom. Number 3, jack, queen, and king. Place those to the bottom. Once you get to the 4th one, do the same thing. Turn them over, jack, queen, and king, jack, queen, and king. And then while you're showing them to the spectator, this hand is pushing off the top card and grabbing a break below the top card. All right. So you're here. The fourth time you show the cards, 1, 2, and 3, jack, queen, king. This card you push off, catch a break, and then you go ahead, place these 2 cards on top, steal that 4th card. So you're here, you steal that card and place those 4 cards to the bottom just like that. So the bottom card should now be the jack of diamonds right there. Once you have done that, you're going to just say to the spectator, it's a little hard to shuffle these up since it's a smaller amount of cards. So the way that you're going to shuffle them up is just in threes. Grab the top 3 cards, drop them on the table, and do the same thing till you have no cards in your hands, just like that. And what you're doing there, it's just rearranging the cards in a certain positions to then proceed the card trick. Once you have done that, you're going to go ahead and just deal the top 3 cards. So the first card should be the queen of spades. You're going to place that in the middle. The next card should be a king of spades to be exact, and that card is going to be to the right of the queen. And then the next card should be a jack of diamonds, and that's going to be at the left. So they're in the order jack, queen, and king. All right, once you have those cards laid down, the first step with this packet here is you're going to just simply slide that top card and place it to the bottom. All right, so the times that I have performed this, I've got lucky enough to where the spectator is focused on these 3 cards here that they don't even see me do this. All right, so it should be pretty simple. If they do see that, don't worry about it too much, because this doesn't really give it away that much. So you could just do that, or you could even do something like this where you have an overhand shuffle position, slide that card and place those cards to the top. Whatever method you want to use, just make sure you get that top card to the bottom right after you place these cards facing up right there. So once you have that top card to the bottom, you're going to go ahead and grab the top 3 cards and ask the spectator, starting with the jack, which one of these 3 cards do they think is the jack. No matter what card they choose, they are all jacks, so it's perfect every single time. So for instance, let's say they say it's the top card, you grab it facing down and place it above the jack pile. These 2 cards go back to the bottom. Then you go for the queen. Top 3 cards, ask the spectator which one of these 3 cards they think is a queen. Once again, they are all queens, so they're perfect every single way if they choose the bottom, middle, or top. Top again, right there. Place those 2 cards to the bottom. Again, for the king, let's say they think it is the middle. They are all kings no matter what, but again, obviously you do not show that they're all kings. Then once you have one card above every single court card, you're going to start again with the queen, but the jack, sorry, but this time only using 2 cards, and those are obviously jacks again. So whatever card they choose, the top one, you place it right there, 1 card to the bottom. Now for the queen, what card do you think is a queen? Let's say they think it is the bottom one, you place it down right there, 1 card at the bottom. Now for the king, again, any card that they choose is going to be correct, the top one, and then again you place that card to the bottom, and what you're going to do is just simply deal the top card jack, next card queen, and last card king, just like that, and everything is perfect. The cards are now in the spot that they need to be, but I like to square them up every single pile, and then you're going to ask the spectator, you're going to tell the spectator actually that we're going to see if they did a good job on matching the court cards, the face down court cards to the face up court cards. So you start off with the jack pile, and you say the first card you got correct, the next card you got correct, third and the fourth card. That makes a full set of jacks. Then you go to the queens, number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4, a full set of queens. So that should only mean that we have a full set of kings right there. So that is how you do this card trick. Super easy to do. There is a setup, but once you have them in the cards, you're set to go. Just go ahead and remove them. It's an awesome effect. It definitely fools magicians out there. It did fool me the first time I saw this, and I definitely suggest you go ahead and learn this and perform it for your friends and family. So yeah, that was the tutorial. Okay everyone, so I think that will do it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, and turn on those notifications on so you're notified every time I post a video. And tell me in the comments if you guys did enjoy today's video, if you guys like the card trick, if you guys are gonna try it out. I definitely suggest that because it's a really awesome effect, super easy to do. So with that being said, that is it for me. Peace out everyone.